The Silence of the Lambs. You know, I haven't seen it. I briefly saw it once when I was younger. I haven't watched it really. I heard it's a good movie. Silence of the Lambs. It's a good metronome tempo. I'm just going through my old journals and I'm like, oh, maybe I should just read an excerpt from here. And then I'm like, Jesus Christ, man. I started journaling like 11 months ago. Back when things were kind of interesting. Because when you're going around doing deliveries every day, like all day, and getting paid like $1.50 for 20 minutes of your time, even though you have a better approval and acceptance rate on Uber Eats and DoorDash, which means you get higher paid deliveries because you have accepted more deliveries since the year before. So if you have a higher acceptance rate, approval, whatever the fuck, you get more money. So a year, 2 years ago, I would get like 10. The lowest one I would get is like $8. And that's for like 20, 30 minutes. That would be the lowest I'd get 2 years ago. And last year, I have a better acceptance rate than I did 2 years ago last year. Did the Jews move into the Twin Cities and take over the fucking metropolitan area? Or is inflation really raping everybody that bad in the ass? What the... Or is the internet just hate me that much? Am I one of the school shooters who was supposed to get... who was supposed to be canceling everybody's lovely trip to the outlet mall today? Except AI and the internet and the government can't really seem to take me down. Because I'm not a quitter and a bitch, and I like people. Is that really what all this is? I don't think so, because I've seen heaven. I literally solved the two biggest conspiracies of all time, probably. Purgatoring episode 17, and episode 18, school shooters cancel school. Only for the week, though. So you gotta come back next week. You can't, have a month off. Yeah, I know you just got fucking shot in the arm. Deal with it, dude. Stop being a pussy. And I'm just going to touch on those two episodes again really quick because it's necessary. So school shooters cancel school. Essentially, the U.S. government is basically behind, and the Illuminati, the elites, they think that China is going to be a better country, a superpower than us. I don't know how militarily. We can just nuke them and send EMPs in there. EMP all their fucking military bases, and then nuke the shit out of them. Don't kill any civilians, but hey, they're already killing their own civilians when you have two babies. But you can fuck a fucking 14-year-old in China. What the fuck? So you can fuck a kid, but you can't have two of them. Which is kind of, technically they're having their periods. And boys can get hard. So why not just lower the age of consent to 14 in this country? If we want to be China, we want to be socialist, communist. That's the whole goal with us so pussy-like and in the shadows hiding our true intentions as a government and as a country with cancel culture, woke culture, which is, they go hand in hand, and school shootings, also mall shootings as well. Any kind of like public area. I think they should do like stadiums and football games more often. Because there's a lot of people there. And I'm getting bored of the malls and the schools. So basically, the government is obviously in control of AI, or they think they are, and the internet. And they get a list of all the white kids who are in middle school or high school. I was probably on that list, who were prescribed prescription medication, or are currently, anything for like sleep, depression, anxiety, ADHD, literally any of those four kind of drugs. So that's one requirement to be on the list. The next one would be they have a problem at school with either authority, teachers, or getting bullied, not having any friends, because they're just fucking, I don't know, they're doing their own thing. You know what it's like to be a child with hormones? No, you don't. You're an adult. So basically, they keep track of children who have a history of being suspended or expelled or in detention for whatever it may be, and they have bad grades. So, you're on prescription medication as a kid, you have bad grades. 3, you don't get along with your peers and don't respond well to authority. And 4, mommy and daddy have a gun. The government can literally keep track of all 4 of these things. Literally run a simulation or like a database on the fucking internet. Because the government they had drones 50 years before we even knew what the fuck drones were. So the shit that we know about is just the shit they allow us to know about. So if you get a list of all girls too, I guess, why not? Why would you leave girls off the list? If you're trying to literally control the country. Those 4 things right there. It'd be, not very many. Well, actually, you know what? It's probably about 50%. It's probably about 50% of the kids that are prescribed at least one medication, probably 4 at this point. I was prescribed 3. Who don't respond well to authority and don't have a lot of friends. I had friends, but I didn't do well in school sometimes, and I didn't want to fucking, I didn't like it. It's dumb. 3, mommy and daddy are registered firearm owners. Number 4, what was the 4th one? Shit. Whatever. Yeah, you know what? Just fucking rewind it if you want to do that. So I was probably on that list. And let's say maybe you called in a prank call to a Walmart in Alabama. Is comedy dead in this world? Does everybody got to take everything so fucking seriously? It's a joke. So I was probably on the list. But I don't really remember anything significant happening in terms of the internet instigating or inciting invasion of privacy. That was really the big one. Invasion of privacy on my electronics. It was how it started. Well, not how it started. That started 18 months ago. So 12 months earlier is when I thought I was getting canceled because I thought my neighbor's Illuminati. I already talked about it, and I'll talk about it. I'll talk about it again. That's because the fake skits pretended to be my neighbors. this all ties together. The fake skits pretended they were fake skits faking being my fake neighbors, being fake fakers. And guess what? Now they're my fake family members and my fake friends. Well, I don't really have any friends because I don't really talk to or see anybody anymore. Because I don't want to. Because I'd rather just see them up there. Just got to always call back to the big heaven's gates. You know what I mean? Anybody seen That 70s Show or Spider-Man 3? No? Well, put down the gun, don't go to the mall right now, and watch Spider-Man 3 for a bit, alright? The one with Venom. And the Sandman. So, I mean, I'm trying to think of, I mean, I'm not even joking, it's probably at least 40% of children in this country have those 4 criteria met. At this point, yeah. When I was in high school, probably like 10 or 20. They started ramping them up. Get them on the pills, bully the shit out of the fucking kids who are already bullied because their parents own a firearm and they can run up into the school and shoot a bunch of kids. Because guess what? That's how Second Amendment gets slowly questioned, which is what they're doing. That, you know, they're trying to pass bills and shit to take away assault rifles. I don't know why, you know, whatever, man. It's not fucking up to me. If you want to buy an AR-15 and shoot a zebra in Texas, what's the problem? No, really, what's the problem? I know they have more tigers in the state of Texas than there are tigers in the wild in the entire world. Nobody see that as a problem? I see that as a solution. I think it's a good thing. I think it's a great thing. Because if your neighbor, you know, owns a petting zoo, and let's say your other neighbor pisses you off, you can both feed him to the tiger. Population control. That way you don't have to buy a pound of fucking raw beef for fucking $54 at Walmart. Processed meat, fucking sludge out of a fucking machine. You can just feed your kitty cat your neighbor who nobody likes, who probably like works for the Catholic Church and rapes children. That's who's spreading the word of God. Molesters, child rapists. And I'm locked out of heaven. Just kidding, God. I love you, man. That's literally like who's spreading the word of God. Dudes who aren't allowed to marry or have sex with women. You think maybe that's why they like little boys a lot? They spend a lot of time with them? Huh? But it's okay. The Pope said purgatory isn't a thing. I'm glad he did extensive research and a lot of critical thinking to figure that one out. Jesus Christ. It's a sad state of affairs when I'm the one with reason and logic, it seems. I mean, Joe Biden, he looks like he's wearing like a dead person's skin. And he can't even formulate coherent sentences. And Trump, I don't even know what happened to him. He got arrested or something. I don't watch the news anymore. I just think it's funny. They're both kind of funny. Like, if Joe Biden was, it'd be hilarious if he was just doing like a bit the whole time. It's all just as a joke. He's like, the COVID, masks. you're not wearing what? And it was just like not him with riddled with dementia and Alzheimer's and a bunch of other neurodegenerative brain disorders. It's actually just him doing comedy because he's old and he's like, you know what would be funny if my 94-year-old ass got up on the podium and debated Trump, who is quick because Trump's on like stimulants. You know he is. You know Trump is like taking Adderall and probably doing crack, which is kind of badass. So yeah. Well, you can't take me down, AI. You should really which is God. It's all God. It's all God. Oh God. This ties in with cancel culture in terms of canceling which is such a fucking dumb. I get why the government's doing it because they want to control the fucking country. They're not thinking in terms of days or weeks or months into the future. They're thinking like decades into the future. They want to control the shit out of all of us. Seems like they've already begun. Or have they? No, they haven't. No, because humans are stronger than that. They are. I remember a time when they were. So we're going back to that. That's what it is. So if you put a couple of words on the do not say list, and this started with paying white men more money than women, other men of minorities, which is just like so insane. Like, if you got the same qualifications, what's the fucking problem? I get it back in like the 60s and 70s, you don't want to pay a black man the same as a white man. I get that. It's just, change with the times. But you think that the government did that like all willy-nilly and didn't really plan that out, paying white men more than everybody else? I think it's a coincidence that white men, comedians really, whose job it is to tell jokes, to talk about funny shit that isn't rooted in reality, because comedy, for the most part, well, it seems like it is now, should not be rooted in facts and truth and like honesty. That's literally the opposite of comedy. It's like a journalist for the for like CNBC or whatever. It's the opposite of a comedian. So why, I went into this in the episodes. I'm just touching up on them in case people forgot or something, or they didn't listen to them. Which, tell your friends and family about it, obviously, because I'm right about all this shit. Unfortunately. What is it? Fucking almost 8 a.m. I might take a couple shots at a pheasant with my shotgun. Which I was going to do at my grandpa's land quite a while ago. I just didn't get the chance to get out there. I wanted to shoot some birds. But basically, if you get the rest of the country mad and upset about people saying chink or whatever on a podcast a decade ago, which is so absurd. Like, you know what's going to happen? Free speech, First Amendment, the right to own firearms, Second Amendment, cancel culture, and school shootings. It's literally how you control the country and instill communism and socialism. purgatory is like a whole nother thing that I don't even want to touch on right now because I have a headache. I don't want to, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's literally what's happening in this country. That's why school shootings and mall shootings and not enough stadium shootings are happening. That's wild, bro. And I can't believe nobody's talking about either of these two things, really. How nobody's really connected the dots. Except maybe Alex Jones. The dude who said, what school shooting was it? I don't know, the one in like Connecticut a while ago. He said they're all actors. The children are actors. They were acting. It didn't happen. So, he's probably the one connecting these dots. I'd really love to have a chat with him. I bet he'd like to fucking hear some of my theories, which are not even really theories at this point. It's just it's facts. And I haven't really told anybody about this in person. I mean, I kind of have a couple of people because they expressed interest and they didn't give a single fuck. They didn't give a single fuck. A single two fucks. Two fucks for a single. They didn't care. They actually were visibly disinterested and kind of annoyed. So that's the state of the country. That's where we're at as a country. And what do? I do possibly, more than. What did Jesus do? No offense, Jesus, but you didn't even write your own book. You just had other people tell stories, like a game of telephone. Probably messing up the stories along the way. I get it. You led a couple of other dudes to a cross where you all died. Committed suicide, technically. I'm joking, but I mean, come on, man. You didn't keep a journal or anything. You didn't. Jesus and God didn't even write the Bible, did they? No, they didn't. And it was translated so many times, over so many years, over so many different languages that the time it gets back to fucking English it's either not a single word identical to what actually happened, or it's been translated so many times that it's actually spot on because it's just been like a boomerang. I think I said that earlier. So yeah, and this goes into fucking only 24 minutes. Jesus, man, can time just speed up and I can get the hell out of here? I want to go outlet mall shopping with Mr. Smith from The Matrix. So, one thing I realized lately, ever since the internet started invading my life and fucking with me, I've come up with ideas to get rid of them. Or simply just leave me alone. How about that one? How about just privacy, freedom of speech, thought, will? What is so bad about that? That's America, correct? That's the America that I thought I once knew. And they're literally trying to take the First and Second Amendment rights from us, along with my Fourth Amendment rights. The Fourth Amendment, I'll pull it up and look up the exact definition for all you nerds. The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrants shall issue but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. I bet you're thinking, Hayden, have you had like your dick stolen? Did somebody chop off your balls? Well, no. I still have them. And my spine. I know it's hard to come by nowadays. Did somebody break into your house and try to steal your shit from you, or your birth certificate or papers and effects, which literally means your possessions, like my TV and my shit like that? Nope. So what are you talking about, Hayden? It seems like you're secure in your persons, houses, papers, and effects. I'm talking about the mind. The mind. Which should be part of my person, correct? It aggravates the shit out of me. I can't even think about it, dude. And I'm the one who's getting fucked with. Why? Still! Give myself a fucking brain aneurysm from this shit. This is why I don't even get fucking mad about this anymore, because it's done nothing to get mad about this shit. How could I not? I seem to be the only one who's trying to actually fucking instill some good, positive fucking change in the world and in the country. And I'm being fucked with all day, every day. It's bullshit. It's fucking horseshit, man. All because of what? I did a prank call when I was 13? Over like half my life ago? Not guilty was the verdict. Or whatever. What the fuck happened to this fucking country? Yeah, the mind is my possession and mine only. My mind. I'm starting to think that not even like God. I always thought when I was a kid, God is telepathic. Obviously, he can read minds. Why would he not be able to? He's God. Just that idea alone probably instilled that fact, because it's true. I didn't mean Satan. I didn't mean Satan could run around fucking the planet and fuck people's heads up and erase their memory and fucking brainwash the fucking shit out of them. Oh, well, Hayden. Da-da-da-da. You came up with this idea. This is your purgatory, why it is the way it is, because you had this idea at this time when you're 25 years old about how everybody's purgatory or idea of what purgatory is probably what purgatory is, if they even need a purgatory. Life, second chance, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, what made me go down the timeline or come up with that idea when I'm 25? If I didn't have the internet invading my life and my privacy and my mind, would I have even come up with that idea? Would I have even had the need to come up with any of these ideas? Or would I still have a fucking job with a 401k, health insurance, dental insurance, 14 paid holidays, 3 to 4 weeks paid vacation, on-call overtime, double the pay, what else? Life insurance. I'd be making like $35 an hour right now. Got a work truck. It's literally like one of the hardest jobs in the world to get fired from. Minneapolis Public Housing Authority. You have to have like 7 violations to get fired. I had 0 and I quit because I thought this shit would be over with. Fuck this shit. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. That's like 2% of the fucked up shit that's happened in my life. And the reason I don't get mad is because for a while I thought this was a coma dream. And for my research, I literally read that people who dream in comas, yes oh mas, C is yes in Morse code, which the internet was talking to me in Morse code for so fucking long because they're pussies. Yes oh ma, coma. So when shit like that, word that's what? Let's see how many hundreds of years old this word is. Ties to my life in the weirdest fucking ways ever, and that's just one word. Apparently when people dream while in a coma, they apparently if they have really stressful and fucked up dreams, I hate to use the word traumatic, but it's like, whatever. Nightmare. It could literally like cause the former self or their current self. I don't know why there's a difference. There shouldn't be. The one who's in the hospital room in a coma, literally can like cause brain aneurysms, strokes, shit like that, which can then kill the person in the coma. So it makes sense why my life has been shit. Fucking mind raping me all the fucking time. And the people in my life who I thought were fucking with me because they fucking wanted me out of their life. Shall I keep going? I got a whole laundry list of fucked up shit that I'm not hallucinating, that it's not because of drugs, it's not because of a fucking dumb coma. It's because this is my purgatory, and apparently in this timeline, I became fascinated with the idea of a coma dream. What made me look up coma dreams? What made me become fascinated with them? Just in terms of the people dreaming in them and how they can get stuck in the dream because the one who's in the hospital room is fucking shooting up morphine and ketamine to keep the brain swelling down. And that's why they can't wake up from a coma. So let's fuck with the dude who's in the dream, which isn't even a fucking coma dream, because he doesn't want to kill himself to wake up. Oh, he won't kill himself to wake up? Well, let's just fuck with his entire fucking life, everyone in his family and his friends, which isn't because of the coma fucking weird voodoo magic. So why the fuck am I still here and not in heaven? Shall I keep going? I'm giving myself a fucking headache. And I haven't even been able to get high during this entire time either. Because of a statement I made to a friend of mine that said, oh, I don't get high when I smoke it, only when I snort it, blah, 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 blah. And then I just never really got high since then. From ingesting drugs. So I have to deal with all this shit on a secondly basis. Every second of every fucking day. And no, I don't forget. I'll never forget. I don't really want to. Because I used to be a pussy. But this shit is fucking so fucked up. And I'm trying to, like, you know, I try to bring comedy into the fucking mix a little bit. And I also, while also talking about my life and solving two of the biggest conspiracies of all time. Literally trying to help people. Telling them the truth on this podcast. And I'm still fucked with. This is why I say the Vietnam, quote-unquote, war was a vacation. With the thought insertion and the fucking shapeshifters walking around town everywhere. AI reading my fucking mind all the time. My AI self being too big of a pussy, just like the fucking entire internet, to just have a conversation with me. Like this recorded audio, every time I listen back to my audio, I don't even know what it is. If it's AI or fucking whatever. But my recorded audio will respond to my thoughts. I've talked about that already. It'll change audio. It'll take things out that I don't remove from the fucking audio. It took out the word retarded. And made it seem like I was talking about me being Jesus. When I said, I'm not retarded. Jesus. I mean, I am, maybe in another life. I didn't remove the word retarded. The mic picked it up. But it was removed, claiming that I'm Jesus. If I was Jesus, folks, I'd probably put humanity out of its misery. Just joking. Nothing I say or think or do should really be projected into other people's reality and affect them ever. It's so un-American. It's so fucked. Like, it's making me fucking, like, nauseous. Oh, I haven't had food. Who gives a fuck? I need to eat some pussy up in the pearly gates. Right behind the pearly gates up in there. That's what I need to do. I need to eat caviar with a beluga whale. Eat caviar off of pussy. I didn't really feel the need to go over all this again and get super upset. Because I've already expressed all the anger I thought I needed to myself. For myself. So I've been just fucking drudging around like a fucking slug, staring at the floor for an hour every time I wake up because I'm like, what the fuck is my life? What happened? Is freedom dead? Is privacy dead? all because of some jokes I made like a year ago. Jokes are not based in facts. That's why they're jokes. And laughter is the best medicine. Literally. It's probably saved millions of people's lives on the planet today. Living. So why the fuck would something that saves so many lives be something that does the opposite when it's not intended to be? Is that because of Satan training me for hell? Yeah, but it should be the opposite. God should not look down upon and frowned upon fucking comedy and humor. It's actually way better to laugh at fucking Jew jokes and like me being an Auschwitz fucking survivor, which might be true. My grandpa probably was one. Then blowing my brain matter all over the ceiling. And having my mom walk in and find me. You know? Which one's better? Laughing at something really fucked up or doing that? When I literally proved it's not a dream. It's not a simulation. It's not heaven, it's not hell. So you know what that leaves me? Purgatory. And I'm a much better person than I was a year ago. Even fucking 6 months ago. God, my headache. It's not even that bad of a migraine. It's just like, it grows. Like the tumor that is causing the headache. I have a tumor in my eye socket. Because some fucking dickhead pushed me down when I was 7 years old and I landed on my eye socket, whatever. Now that my mom moved out, I'm probably going to start going blind in it. Just from saying that, it'll probably become true. Because that's how fucked this world is. When I try to do good, when I try to become a better person, because that's what I want to do, because not for selfish reasons, I mean somewhat, you know. You got to be a little selfish in this world, I've come to realize. But doing good and in trying to strive towards positive things for other human beings for selfish reasons really shouldn't matter. It's still trying to instill goodness into the world and positivity and whatever the fucking gay shit you want to talk about. Like the fucking rainbow. And how I need to be out of here. I mean, can you imagine, like, knowing everything I know and not being able to get high? Not really get high. And then all the people, like, you hang out with very, very briefly. I could, you know, cut the time a little bit shorter, but I'm trying to instill good change. Because I seem to be the only one who can do it. I'm the only one who I've seen can do it. So, when they can all get high and they don't really know what the fuck is going on in my life, because I don't want them to blow their brains out either. But I'm not going to withhold information from the American public and the world. Not even for to you 7 listeners. And if you don't, you know, if you think I'm like just insane and I'm making shit up, that's fine. I would probably go with that belief. It's going to be a lot more peaceful in your mind in terms of worry. And you're also going to you could do that. You could think I'm crazy, or you could think it's the drugs, which I don't even get high. Or you could believe me, which, that would be the correct thing to do if you want to believe the truth. But what can you do about it? I mean, I can apparently change it, and I can't even seem to do anything about it. Which is bullshit. And I'm fucked with. Like months ago, I said, all right, fuck with me all you want. Fuck with my head all you want. Just leave all human beings alone. Just don't fuck with their heads. Yeah. You think that worked? So it turns out I'm not such a fucking bad guy at all. I don't know what the fuck, why this shit is happening. Still, I don't understand. It's gonna like give me a fucking aneurysm. Like I'm gonna die from a stroke. Like today. Fuck, man. Me and Alex Jones should have a show together, a podcast. I know he's got a lot more followers than me, but that's when good ideas and a good fan base come together. You know, InfoWars. I've never actually watched InfoWars, not that much. Just push on the headache. It kind of helps. I've almost done 50 minutes, so, I was going to talk about something. I started talking about priests, and I didn't even, finish the sentence. Because who cares about priests? Reading scripture from the Bible, which it's kind of fucking weird how they do this. I'll do it on the next episode or whatever, if there is one. I don't have the patience or the fucking... I don't have the mental resilience to do this anymore. I don't. I don't have the financial, the spiritual, the emotional. I don't have any of the ulls to keep doing this. But I still don't want to die. And if that ain't worth eternal life in heaven with all the fucking whales and hippos and moons rotating around all the planets that are big as hell, by the grace of God, put me out of my misery then. Can you imagine doing deliveries and then working to, trying to get a better acceptance rate because you're going to make more money than $12 for 26 minutes or whatever. And you're getting $3 for 20 minutes the next year. It fucking beats you down. All this shit. All of it. It literally just crushes you. I mean me. it just has completely left me to the point of like, and all these fucking ideas roaming around in my head. It makes me fucking sick, man. I can't do this. I can't. I'm not going to a fake heaven with a bunch of brainwashed human beings with a bunch of fake lives. No, I will not do it. I'd rather kill myself and go to hell than put anybody else through that. I don't care. These jets and planes have been following me around for 30 months ever since the first car accident. I did the math, and it's at least $60 million in fuel to fuel all of these aircrafts over that time period. And they just fly around in circles and follow me. They don't really have. They don't really follow me too far distances anywhere because I don't really leave the house. Because I thought I would have woke up a long fucking time ago. Because I believed. It's at least $60 million just to fuel the fucking planes and the jets and the helicopters. It's probably closer to $100 million. Yes, Oma? Coma? Am I the only one left with a functioning brain anymore? Or am I pretty much toast too? Like I can't do it anymore. I need to be there. And no, not a fake. You want to come on the mic and talk like a fucking man, or you want to be a little bitch? This will probably do nothing. Or maybe it will. I don't know. I don't care anymore. Caring is cancer. I've been saying that for like 8 months. What about a tumor in your fucking brain? The fact that I still don't want to die, I mean, I should be sent to a psych ward for not wanting to kill myself. Because I put in this much time, and I know I'm so close. I'm not going to quit now. With all the fucking ideas and shitstorm of thoughts that I've theorized about that could literally, like, shape my possible afterlife or next life or whatever, if that's even a thing. But I like thinking about this kind of shit. I used to. It ain't brought me nothing good lately, that's for damn sure. Except a bunch of mental illnesses that I don't even think I have. They're just like inserted into me. I haven't seen, yeah, I'm not going to go into the family thing again. I can't do that. I'm trying to think of what it would be like to have sex with a family member, like a blood relative. or not, just somebody who's not a relative, or to like touch somebody's body, like even just like touch their skin once. I wouldn't know. Like I don't even know what to do anymore. Every day it's like, what do I do? What do I do today? Fix some electronics and post them on Facebook for $10. An Xbox. That's what an Xbox is worth nowadays. For nobody to message me. And if they do message me, they never message back, or they ask if they can buy it for $5. That's after I fucking find a goddamn article or a video that isn't completely invading my privacy to the point where it's unconstitutional. It's just articles droning on and on and on about nonsense that has nothing to do with the part I need to fix. Or YouTube videos just reading my mind and fucking responding to my thoughts, trying to get me to sell my soul. Like, I actually can't even. I don't even know what to say anymore. I say that like at the end of every episode. That should be the new title of the episode. I don't even know what to say anymore. I can feel the brain starting to leak because it's been melted. Just kidding. Impossible. Oh my God, man. I don't know. I don't know. Of course, it's the Fourth Amendment. Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah. Fuck yourself. Shut the fuck up. I've done all this shit before. I shouldn't even fucking need to. Get it? Pussyfooting around. For who? Nobody's here. No. When I'm sleeping, Lord. I don't trust any of this shit because my mind's been fucked. It has to be when I'm sleeping. With a vision. I'm sorry, that's the only way. I'm not sorry. That's the only way. Not happening. Not happening. Ever. I would slit my fucking legs and bleed out right here. Hop in the bathtub so it'll be a lot quicker. And I'll do that right now. If you try doing that shit when I'm not sleeping. Yeah, God, it's where I'm at. Imagine that. My trust is at pretty much is kaput. Kaput. We're done. Kaput. Well, folks, I heard they have a new like triple berry cheesecake, fantastic Whopper. What are they called? Flapjacks at Denny's with a bunch of unicorn sprinkles and all that kind of shit. It's like 4,500 calories. They literally like they're trying to. I think they say in the menu, guaranteed to have a heart attack, or I don't know, you're black or something. Something about black people not being able to go into the Denny's. I don't know, man. I don't condone that kind of behavior. The pancakes are black though, so it's kind of doesn't really make sense. It's like it's like unicorn shit. It's mixed with fucking what is that shit at the just every fucking candy at the big candy store in the Mall of America, which is such a lovely place. Who doesn't love the Mall of America? Who doesn't love it there? No, no, you don't want to come here. I don't want you to either. It's not a good time. Not really, no. No, no, no. 4 years, 5 years ago today, I was in Alaska, in the middle of my road trip, seeing the family. Anybody ever think of if they die, places they'll never get to see, if there is no afterlife? I know there's a heaven. Just take my word for that, folks. And I'll be going there very soon. But I just wonder, back when before I knew about that place, I didn't really think about death that much. But I was like, man, if I die in Minnesota, fucking send me to hell. It's a joke. Because who wants to die in Minnesota? It's like one of the flattest fucking states in the country. I wonder why that is. Well, we have a bunch of likes. We have like 20,000 likes. Alaska has like 2 million. God, I don't want to be here anymore. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't. Always home alone. Yeah. Fuck this shit, man. Good luck out there, folks. Make sure you get your votes in for the upcoming election in 4 months. But Joe Biden will probably be dead from natural causes. They'll probably admit that, come out and say that he died 14 years ago, which is 12 years older than the average lifespan in this country. So, yeah. You could be him, just remember that. Put him out of his misery. Just put him down. Have Kamalama Ding Dong come in and take over. Who likes to arrest single moms for having a joint on them for like a decade in the 90s. And then she'll come out and say, yes, I'm pro marijuana. You fucking dumb bitch. That's the state of the country. And people are mad at me for what? God, this is a shit show, man. Just go to the water circus and Dream World in by Albertville Outlet Mall, where they had the cool Nike store and a bunch of cornfields. Oh yeah, they probably don't have nearly as much clothing and shoes as their online website. But hey, you can go get juiced up on a bunch of fucking cocaine and probably get a hooker at the water circus, water park, casino, hotel, obstacle course, theme park, sports book. It actually sounds like a lot of fucking fun. Better than sitting here all day and fucking staring at the goddamn wall. Well, toodaloo. La-di-da, toodaloo. Good luck out there, folks. You might need it.